To the martyrs of Kashmir, the land of knowledge, where Jnana Ganga flows naturally from Gangotri, that is the mind of Kashmiri Pandit, and inundates the world with literature, with music, with art, with culture, with religion. Naman to that Kashmiri Pandit community. Someone said Kashmiri Pandits don't know how to retaliate. Gone are those days when Kashmiri Pandit did not know how to retaliate. Kashmiri Pandit can retaliate intellectually, that in such a manner that his opponents can't even think. It is beyond his comprehension what Kashmiri Pandit can think. हमारा उसमें Asian Games that उसमें ये boxing which was going on there, and I have been a boxer in my life, and also I had learned martial art. I was trained as a Maravatul. तो Maravatul क्या करिए सोरी में काम है उस फटके चाहिए उसे जवान हिचने उस हिच. In my tenure, total 135 militants were killed in various operations. Some of them were, I cannot give out the details because of the binding on me. I feel, first of all, why people are not taking our plight, our exodus, our miseries, our difficulties into their cognizance. The basic reason is, in a democratic system, you don't form a vote bank. If you form a vote bank, then people will listen to you, they will come to you, they will get subjugated, they will do naman to you instead of you doing naman to them. You have to think differently. Look, my words will be slightly bitter, and bitter pill to swallow. First 10 to 15 years were our resettlement phase. Second 10 to 12 years was our consolidation phase, where after the painful migration, we again conjoined our assets, our capabilities, and built a small little roof on our head. Now we must, I repeat, now we must dedicate and conjoin all forces at our disposal to take back your Lebestrom, your place in sun, in glory, in retaliation. Otherwise, like a sugar cane, people will use you. After chewing the juice, they will discard you. And next time, if you don't vote, they will have grudge. Why I'm saying? Because of my interaction with various people in social spectrum, political spectrum, people think, yes, they are not giving vote to us, why should we work for them? Now there is a time that if elders of the Biradari think I am not saying anything, no compulsion. They should form a party. You may work separately, anywhere you feel like. Set, subset, mathematical theory. Subset has got a freedom to act, but it should be part of the set. And that is a part of the set. When you speak on main issue of the interest of Baradari, people will understand. Therefore, my request is, all those intellectual luminaries who are sitting here, who have the power, whose words are command to the Baradari, must get together, put a party, and fight an election. You may not win. Yes, initial stage you may not win. But you are capable of causing disruption provided you are united. And that disruption will be catastrophic for many of the power brokers and powerful people in center. Number two, I had participated for inaugural function for Anandpur Swaha. Many of us denounced the lady who came up with the idea from Mumbai, Sapru ma'am. But I saw a strategic thing in that. Because I knew the capability of Sikhs. With me there was Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Buddhists, Kashmiri, who worked in counter-terrorism operations. I pay my respect to all those who fought for Indian community. My salutation goes to them. I have seen the result. One act of Kashmiri Pandit of remembrance of Guru Tegh Bahadur's Shahidi got you loyalty for the life. I humbly pray to Ikes that on today, the day of homage, kindly send a tweet to all Chief Minister and Lieutenant Governors of India and Biradari outside, overseas, for supporting, settling and strengthening Kashmiri Pandits to stand up on their own in exile. Why should a Madrasi die for Kashmiri Pandit? For his homeland. Why should not Kashmiri Pandit die for Kashmir, his homeland? That should be the moot cause. And whosoever has contributed himself for the Mahayagya called Rashtra Dharma, in which oblations, some of the oblations get burnt fully, some of them are half burnt like me. I have regret that my sacrifice was not accepted by the nation. The Havan, वीर भोग्या वसुंधरा, शहीदों की चिताओं पर लगेंगे हर बरस मेले, वतन पर मिटने वालों का यही आखिरी निशान है. Those of us who are in the field of literature, they must write not only in their language and English, but also use skills and resources to translate your plight as a Kashmiri Pandit in all languages of the world propagate. This is a counter-offensive. This is a retaliation that you must start. First thing, use soft power. Like Surinderji said, digital war. There has to be a committee under the chairmanship or under the guidance of ITES or whomsoever we decide. They should give us the agenda, what should be written, what should be presented to the world. I was surprised when in South, when I had gone there to give my lecture in Nizam Institute of Management Sciences, not on Kashmir, but how to come out of depression. They asked me, why Indian soldiers are working for you guys, why you people are throwing stones at them? They did not know the difference between Kashmiri Pandits and Kashmiri Muslims. This was the camel that you got into your tent. When that camel was facing storm, you took kind heart, got that camel into the tent. Now, camel stood up being in comfort, and when you tried to shoo him off, he gave you a kick outside the tent. This tent belongs to me. And we have accepted. We are entering into third phase. This is a phase of retaliation. We have science and technology, as Kamitesh Tiku said. We have art, we have literature, we have drama, everything you name, any field you name. Kashmiri Pandits are doing very well. Why not all of you get together, make one forum, one political party, and become a cognizable vote bank which can cause disruption. People will run to you. When I was coming, Sanjay ji was talking to me. I said that during my time, when National Conference was in helm of the power, only LET people used to get killed. A few Hizbul Mujahideen guys. And when PDP came in power, only Hizbul Mujahideen, a few JEM and LET people. You must put the context, the relationship. They shout, "Humko kya chahiye? Azadi." And azadi from whom? For what? Actually, I'll tell you today what is the moot cause. The Kashmiri Pandit had power called knowledge. The Kashmiri Pandits had power of wealth. But Kashmiri Pandit did not have the power of violence. If you read Alvin Toffler's book, Power Struggle, you will understand. The third component was missing. Now the third component had got transferred and transformed into cyber warfare. You must have violence. You must have violence of word. Then only you can survive and struggle. Otherwise, keep on crying. People will not give you a damn. They may give you some napkins when you come, give you peanuts, some reservation here and there. But they will not give you your motherland. They will not give you the culture that your kids have lost. They will not give you the tradition that your kids have lost. And they will not give you the Kashmir, which is your only original inhabitant. Your original habitat is already occupied by those who are cancer for the world. And this malignancy is growing in super speed. You are last bastion. Don't think that you cannot retaliate. Retaliate in terms of art. Create art forum. Retaliate in terms of handicraft. Why should they only dominate the handicraft field? You have wealth, hire technicians, artisans from poor people, train them and produce product which is cheaper than them. This strategy some time back I had discussed with some people who matter in government of India. And after that some work had been done on this. I request to accelerate this. You can open up a artificial handicraft center, train poor people, and under Skill India scheme, and then ask them to duplicate the stuff. It is your stuff. It is your art. Produce it. This is what is most important for us. When you deprive a person of his financial channel, the effort dies down. It is like blood is not being pumped by heart. Body becomes weak. The struggle will get a centripetal force instead of centrifugal force. It will die down. In Punjab, militancy died. Why it is surviving in Kashmir? There is a difference between the community. That is the difference. So, this is the time when our community should take third component of power. That's all. From my side, Jai Hind.